Hello world, I have decided on my next project, which is, I don't know if you can see it, this is an awfully big box, Zeta Gundam 2.0 Master Grade. It's got some amazing box art. I just don't have room to show the whole thing to you, but I can show you the sides. Comes with the awesome Hyper Mega Launcher, the display base, and it's got some neat inner frame gimmicks and the grenade things. It transforms. This is a 2005 kit, I think. It has the Wave Rider transformation, which is super cool. You can mount the Hyper Mega Launcher on the bottom. I don't know if this particular version comes with landing gear for the Hyper Mega Launcher. I know the high grade does, but luckily you have the display base. So you don't need the landing gear. Let's take a look at the manual. I really love this cover art. I wish I could get a poster of just that. But here you've got a rundown of the mobile suit. This is all in Japanese, but just telling you what each part is, I guess. Apparently the suit was made in 0088. Here's the recommended tools to build this and how to build it. You guys should know that already. Here's how to apply dry transfers and an outline of each of the parts and their section number listed on the side here. So here's the parts list, and what's interesting is the L runner is just the display. You don't have to cut anything out of it. It's just that by itself. And if you're in Japan, you can get replacement parts. Head, body, and arms in this section. The head looks fairly simple. It's interesting how the V-fin collapses like that. I'm not a fan of the two smaller ones up there. So since I'm going to be customizing this one, I might leave those out. There's a cool illustration of the detail on the leg. That's really neat. They don't do that too much anymore these days. There's a view of the Wave Rider mode with some exposed machinery mechanisms. This is basically a history book of old kits. So in August of '85, you have the 1/44th scale. This is before even the high grade line was out. And then in October 1985, it's the 1/100th scale. Then in '96, April, the Master Grade came out. which looks pretty good. The perfect grade, I like it because it's big and detailed and everything, but the proportions are way off. You can see neither of these are very good, but this has the best proportions so far. But the perfect grade, you can see, is like it's more stocky, more chunky. And here in 2003, the higher grade Universal Century, and you can see the height comparison. Here they're saying this is what we did before. Look at this new one, showing off the articulation and the full transformation, showing some stills from the anime. More construction of the weapons, construction of the display stand, and how you can use it with Mark II, the Mark II 2.0. You might like to get that one someday. You can even hook them together for a single display there. And here we have the decal guide, which would be more helpful if it was in color, but it's not. No worries. And the big long transformation step by step. And a little guide on how to connect the Hyper Mega Launcher, where to store the spare pieces like the grenade pods and the arm. And finally the painting guide with the different paint colors and paint guides for I don't know who these are supposed to be, but I want to say people from Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta, or Zeta Gundam. I don't know which. Let's just say that's Camille, and maybe that's Emma. And here's saying, you could make it look so much better if you do a little panel lining. It does look a little better, but it could look even more better if you paint it, which is what I'm going to do. And here's a thankfully small amount of stickers. Got the eyes, which are nice and bright. I don't know if I'll use those, but I will certainly, I will certainly paint these other yellow pieces and maybe the blue. I don't have a metallic blue, but I could probably find one. Here are some dry transfers, which look pretty great. I don't know if I can focus in on those, but yeah, there we go. You can kind of read them. The grenade pack holds 19, which is an odd number. So that's cool. And also marking stickers. I think I'm just gonna not use any of them because I have these. Here is runner A. Multicolor runner. We've got some navy, which on the suit itself looks black, so I'll probably color it black. Got some thruster parts, Looks like the eyes are clear, so I can do some. I have some clear green, so that'll be nice. The nose cone shield, cockpit cover, various vents and things. The bee runner with the foot and parts of the wings, and I think those go in the arms. There was 2 of those. The sea runner, which is most of the white parts, like the front skirts, the back skirt, pilot figures, and the signal baton guy. Face piece, head piece. I think that's the head Vulcan. Leg pieces, shoulder pieces, hand covers, sides of the torso. D is another double set, kind of hooked together there. Side skirt, top of the feet. Not sure what that piece is. This is probably part of the arm. Not sure what that piece is. Or that piece. But you've got some nice sculpted detail. I think this is part of the top of the ankle guard. Back of the leg. Not sure what that is. Arm. The inner part of the arm, I would imagine. Maybe wrist and shoulder. This looks like bicep. Got the E runner, which is the Hyper Mega launcher, and some chest parts. Back of the chest piece. The little front parts that stick out. F is another double, so there's 2 of these. But it looks like the grenade cover, the grenade pod, parts of the leg, parts of the shoulder, the arms, the shoulder pieces. Now this goes in the shoulder. This is the grenade pack. Front and back of the shoulder. And this is the largest runner I have ever seen. Like, here's a typical runner, and then it's like that much bigger. So this is parts for the wings and the backpack and the beam rifle. Some pretty neat detail on there. The swirly plastic kind of hides it and makes it look a little not so good, I would say. H is that frame runner with most inner frame pieces, like the grenade pod. Not sure what this part is. Looks like some missiles, maybe. These are obviously leg pieces. These are more joints. This feels like ABS instead of... This feels quite hard. So I think this is ABS instead of polystyrene. But you know how you can tell is if you look at the parts list See, most of these are polystyrene. Yep. These are ABS. The rest is polystyrene. And whoops. So if you're gonna paint this, you'll want to make sure that you don't use any particularly strong thinner. But I'm doing acrylics, so this should be fine. Some interesting frame pieces out and you can see the hands. I should be able to just cut those apart, but if I leave them together, it'll hold the gun easier. More stuff. More stuff for the inner frame. Got some hosey things, which should be fun to paint. If we're going in order of the runners, K is the polycaps. L is the stand. M is other parts for the display. And last but not least, N is the V-fin. Oh, and of course we've got SB1 for the beam sabers. Now, I rarely display my models with beam sabers, so I've got a whole box full of those. Now, I'm planning to live stream the build process, so when I upload the build videos, like the main build video, I will probably use those as a time lapse. We'll see. That, I think, is it for the unboxing. I know it's really interesting, so this has been, camera says 25 minutes, and I'll probably cut it down a lot. So be thankful you're not watching 25 minutes of an unboxing. I'll see you guys in the live streams. Follow me on Facebook. I'll post about live streams there. But if you're subscribed here on YouTube, you'll get notifications if you hit that bell icon. And yeah, come to the live streams and hang out, say hi, and watch me build this thing. Though by now you'll probably have already seen me start building this, which is how the internet works, because of when I have to edit this. So anyway, see you guys in the next video.